morning, Uptown Kids. Welcome to church this morning. We are so glad that you decided to join us today. All right, I've got a question for you all. If you could have one superpower in the world, what would it be? That is so cool. Mine would probably be flying. Then I wouldn't have to drive anywhere or walk anywhere or anything. Jesus is all powerful, which means he can do anything. And here on earth, he healed the sick, he gave sight to the blind, he calmed the storms, and so much more. But before we hear about one of Jesus' miracles today, let's head on over to Talia to praise and worship this morning.
Good morning, Uptown Kids. I'm so excited for another week with you of learning and playing and worshiping. We're going to jump right in this morning, and we are going to start with This Little Light of Mine, which is our theme song. You know it, your parents know it, y'all know it, so let's sing it together. Ready? All right. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All right, all around the neighborhood. All around the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All right, Uptown Kids, do we hide it under a bushel? All right. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All right, Uptown Kids, I'll see you at the end of the service for another song.
Good morning, everyone. I wish I could see you all, but stuck here on your TV or computer screens. I got a quick game to play with you guys. We're gonna call it Find Me This. So here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna say an object. It's gonna be something you have around the house, and you are gonna have to go and find me that object. Okay? I'll play it with you, don't worry. So we're gonna get started right away. So first thing is I need you to bring me a pencil. All right, can you go look anywhere you need to in the house, but I need you to come back and sit on the couch on the floor with a pencil. All right, ready, set, go. Welcome back. Hope you all got a pencil. I got this one. It's blue. It's a really good pencil. It's really sharp. It's got a full eraser. And okay, hope you all could find the pencil. Next thing on the list, I need you guys to bring me a loonie. Right? Ready, set, go. And I'm back with my loonie. I know this one was a bit tougher than the last, but I hope you guys were able to find it okay. So by now, you should have pencil and a loonie. Okay, there's one more thing I need you to get for me. I need you to bring me a sock. All right, can you find me a sock? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, you guys back with a sock, maybe more than one sock, maybe two, maybe four, maybe 10 socks. I don't know, I can't see you guys. All right, but now you should have a sock, a loonie, and a pencil. And you're probably wondering, what do we do with these three things? And I don't know either. You can do whatever you want with them. And do whatever you want the rest of the day with them, but it's up to you. All right, that's all I got for you today. It's great to see everyone. Hope you all have a great Sunday, and see you guys soon.
Kiddos, once again, welcome back to Reading Time with me. Today we're going to be reading The Beggar's Greatest Wish. Do you have a guess what his biggest wish could be? Well, let's read together and find out. The Beggar's Greatest Wish. A man named Bartimaeus lived 2,000 years ago. His little house with just one room was down in Jericho. He woke one bright spring morning when he heard the rooster crow. Outside his window, flowers raised their bright heads one by one and looked up at the sky of blue to greet the smiling sun. The trees were lacy, dressed for spring in pink and white and green. Birds hopped down upon the soft new grass. The world looked bright and clean. The world, to Bartimaeus, looked as black could be. His eyes were blind. The darkness was all he could ever see. If only I could see, he thought, as other people do. That was his dream, his greatest wish. But how could it come true? Now Bartimaeus kneeled beside the bed and said his prayer. He rose. He felt the tabletop and found that it was bare. No food, he said. No food at all. No tiny crust of bread. Poor Bartimaeus couldn't work. He had to beg instead. He put on his old raggedy coat, went out that cool spring day. Tap, tap, his cane went on the street. It helped him to find his way. He shuffled on until at last he reached the city gate. Perhaps some passerby would toss him coins so he could eat. He sat down right outside the gate. His cane lay at his side. Please help the blind. Oh, help the blind, poor Bartimaeus cried. Some people hurried right on by with just a glance his way. We have no time to bother with a beggar, not today. Some spit at him and shouted out, Be quiet, hush, blind fool. All through the day he pleaded, Help. The crowd was harsh and cruel. A rich man in a chariot drove by. Oh dear, he sighed. To see such poor men makes me feel a wee bit sick inside. A sorry sight. This man needs help. He tossed a coin before he hurried on. He thought, I've done my share to help the poor. God must be pleased and surely can't expect me to do more. Blind Bartimaeus pulled his rags around him, looking sad. He shivered. Night was drawing near. 1 coin was all he had. Then Bartimaeus heard a rush of noise. What could it be? A crowd, and it was coming near. If only he could see. This crowd, what is it all about? Please tell me, please, he cried. They follow one named Jesus, sir, a lad close by replied. What? Jesus? Going by? Right now? He cried. How can it be? The one who heals the sick? God's son? Why, he could make me see. The noise grew louder. How could he be heard in such a crowd? Oh, Jesus, Lord, have mercy on me, please, he cried out loud. He must make sure that Jesus sees him here. He must somehow. Have mercy on me, Jesus, Lord, he called out louder now. Keep still, blind beggar, people snapped, as cross as they could be, but he kept calling louder still, Oh, Jesus! Suddenly, the noise stopped, and a gentle voice said, Bring him to me. Now people said, We'll help you, friend. Cheer up, he's calling you. Blind Bartimaeus jumped right up. Some helped him as he threw his ragged coat aside and went to Jesus eagerly. Why do you want me? Jesus asked. He said, I want to see. How sorry Jesus must have felt for one so poor and blind. He touched his eyes. See, Jesus said. His voice was soft and kind. The blind man opened up his eyes. He saw a wondrous sight, the smiling face of Jesus. And he cried out in delight, I see, it's true. Oh, thank you, Lord. The people watched amazed. Your faith has healed you, Jesus said. The crowd said, God be praised. Then Bartimaeus, following the Master joyfully, told everyone, I once was blind, but Jesus made me see. I know that he can help you too if he did this for me. The end. Hey guys, welcome to Crafts. Glad to see you guys again. Today we're going to be making paper lanterns. So what you're going to need today for your supplies, you need a pair of scissors, a piece of paper, and a glue stick. That's it. So the first thing we're going to do is grab your piece of paper. It's just 8.5 by 11 is fine. You're just going to cut just a small strip. It doesn't really matter what size. You're just going to cut a small strip all the way up. And we're going to use that as the handle when we're done. So you're just going to cut that off and then put that to the side. Cut your finger. All right, and then once you have your piece of paper, it's a little shorter, you're going to fold it in half long ways. So you're going to take it and you're going to fold it in half. Okay, and then you're going to cut strips all the way down, but don't cut right to the bottom, just cut short. So I'll show you here. So when you're cutting it, you cut it but stop just before you get to the end. Okay, and you keep doing that all the way down until you're done. Okay, and you keep doing that until the whole thing is done. All right. All right. And then once you have that finished, you're going to open it up and you're going to fold it around like this. Okay? You see that? So you'll have a hole in the middle, and then you're going to tape or glue or staple, whatever you have at home. Okay, so you're just going to put a little bit of glue down the edge.
Mommy?
Yeah. Oh, I did the wrong edge. Perfect. Now we're going to put glue down the edge.
Glue down this itch.
And you're going to stick it together.
This itch. This itch.
This itch. This itch. Here. All right, and then once you have that done, if you want to let it dry for a second, then you're going to take your extra piece of paper that you cut off, and you're just going to pick a spot on either side. Put some glue on there. And you stick it on. Now, if you want, before you cut it or after you cut it, you can put stickers on it or decorate it as well, or you can just leave it plain. And that's our craft for today. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Candyland, I really like that story that we had today.
Me too.
Imagine how hard it was for the blind man.
Oh, I could not imagine.
Do you want to play a game to think about it?
Sure.
Okay. Close your eyes. Okay. Now pick up the item in front of you. Okay. Now, I'm going to describe it to you, and you have to guess what it is, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so it is pink, and it is metal, and you use it to drink things from.
Is it a water bottle?
Yes, it's a water bottle. You beat me in that round.
Awesome. Okay. Well, B, can you close your eyes?
Okay.
Now, I have something in front of you.
Yeah.
And it is something that a lot of us are wearing these days.
Hats.
No. You have to wear it inside of a grocery store.
Clothes.
No.
Shoes.
You just bought one.
A face mask.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
I got it. Okay, last one. You go.
Okay, got my eyes closed.
Okay, pick out the item in front of you. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so this is purple,
and it is cold, and you use it to talk to people. Is it a phone? Yeah, it's a phone! You got it! That was so fun. Thanks for playing, Beacon. Thank you! Let's head on over to Talia to praise and worship this morning.
All right, Uptown Kids, welcome back. We're gonna do a song that we did a couple weeks ago. My friend Samantha is gonna sing for us, and I'm gonna do some actions. It's called One Way. We did it once. There's a lot of actions, like I said before, so just try to follow along. If you can't get them, don't worry about it. We're gonna do it again, so don't stress, but do as much as you can with me. All right. Lay my life down at your feet. You're the only one I need. I turn to you and you were always there. In troubled times, it's you I seek. I put you first, that's all I need. I humble all I am, all to you. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. You are always, always there, every how and everywhere. Your grace abounds so deeply within me. All right. You will never ever change. Yesterday, today the same. Forever till forever meets no end. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. Awesome job, Uptown Kids. I'll see you next week for some more worship. Bye.
Welcome back, Uptown Kids. I love hearing you all sing and do the crafts today. I hope you all had a great time. Remember, throughout your week, to depend on Jesus and to have faith, just like the blind man in our story today. Now, I have some super exciting news that I cannot wait to share with you all. On August 16th, our church family is going to meet up together in Waterloo Park and have a socially distanced service. And don't worry, we're going to make sure that everyone is safe. I cannot wait to see you all. Maybe I should invite a friend? Maybe I should invite Beacon. Does that sound good? Awesome. Well, I hope you all have a great week. We will see you here back next Sunday. Bye!